Welcome back to another episode, and I've got my good mate Leroy here. He's got another Mooer pedal with him. Which one is it today, man?
Hey Trav, today we're looking at the GL200. All right, so the GL200 is a groove looping pedal. It's also got vocal input, so you can loop vocals as well. It has 3 buttons on it, which will allow you to have a 2-button looper and your drum on and off button. Amazing thing about this little unit is you can actually load your own drum beats into it. It's got 200 user slots and 800 minutes of looping time, so there's a lot there. It's also got a drum match feature, which is easy to find beats based on tempo. It can also match a drum beat to a loop that you've previously done. So you press the button, as long as drum match is on, it will listen, and once it's had a short amount of time to check the input and check the tempo, it'll create a beat for you and apply it. So like I said, you can plug a vocal mic in. You can also have a guitar and vocal mic in, obviously, and you got separate volumes for both of those. You've got auto record, which will start looping when it detects you playing, when it detects a signal. It'll basically start the loop the minute it hits a certain threshold. Now you can adjust that threshold so that you don't accidentally trigger that. You can also use the pedals to go up and down user slots. So if you've got 3 different loops saved, so let's just say you want to use those in a song for maybe a verse, a chorus, and a bridge, you can actually access those with the 3 foot switches, and then you can play the loop when you're ready for the particular part you're coming up to. Alrighty. It's also got MIDI in and MIDI out, so it can sync with other pedals, which is really, really important when it comes to loops. Because, if your loops get out of time and you do want to use other pedals, with this drum pedals or whatever, then, you've got to have the MIDI sync timing in order to make these things synchronize across all of the units you're using. You've got a separate drum out to go straight into a mixer and with a separate volume level. You've also got software for it, which you can jump on the MOOER website and grab, and it can allow you to import and export all your loops, manage your loops. You can also back up your drums and back up your loops and load drums, etc. into it. All right, let's take a closer look at the front. All right, so you saw just on the intro there, what I'd done was just lay a very, very simple loop with one hand and had that playing to a drum beat. Our drum light is on there saying that the drums are on. So we can switch that off if we choose to, and then we've just got it as a looper. You can see we're in position 1 and it's stopped. We actually have a touch screen here, which is pretty cool. We can do a lot with the touch screen. So if I wanted to actually clear that, I'm just going to hold this down and that will clear everything we've done in that particular section. You can see it's now empty. So you got a BPM here, which you can use that knob for there. You can even tap tempo or BPM if you like with the tap tempo button. Let's jump out of that. We've got a drum type, a genre, a pattern, a level, and the BPM settings, which you can adjust all of these through here using the menus button, like so. All right, let's jump out of that. If we go into our menu, you can see there's lots of different ways to use it. We've got it right at the end. Let's jump back to the start. So we've got capacity, shows you how much time and you've got left and how much you've used. You've got play mode, so you've got a few different versions of how the pedal will overdub and play and record. You've got stop mode, different ways of stopping. You've got your input setting, whether it's just a stereo input or a mixed input. You've also got a out setting, which is fantastic. So it means you can send your drum to a different place. So drums always sound best through like a PA system speaker, full range speaker, rather than an amplifier speaker. They still will, be okay with a guitar amplifier and certainly usable, but they always sound a bit better if they've got a full range. So you can split the different signals there. Okay, you've got your drum match feature there. Like I said before, you can play a loop and the unit will suggest a drum beat to you based on the tempo that you're actually playing at. Okay, then we've got just a clear settings. Now, when we get to this setting, this is all the more important stuff. So you've got a lot of recording information in here and a lot of recording settings if you were to record this using your computer, etc. All right, so we've got Bluetooth audio as well, which you can switch on and off. You've got all your MIDI signals, etc., etc., MIDI syncs. And then you got to reset in case you wanted to factory reset it. So yeah, there's an awful lot you can do with this. Like I said, there's 200 user slots. We're in slot 1. You can basically save loops and drums to 200 of those slots, and you got 800 minutes of looping time. All right, so I'm just going to give you a quick demo of what I did at the start there, using one hand to loop, of course. Okay, so I'm going to turn our drums on. I'm going to press record. It's going to give us a count in, and then it's going to start recording. See us playing the loop there. If we want to do an overdub, we just get ready to push this. Push again. Stop. We just push once. Clear, we hold down. All right, guys, so that is the GL200 from MOOER, 3-pedal drum and loop machine that can also loop vocals using an XLR input for a microphone, and you can also have your guitar plugged in at the same time, and you've got separate levels for both. Fantastic unit, hours and hours of fun. Catch you later.